Good morning. Well, good morning. Welcome to the live. It is 9:57, so we're giving people just a few minutes to join. So thank you very much for your patience. It is still 9:57, so we are giving people time to join the live. We will start at 10. Hello, Benjamin. Thank you very much for joining. We will get started at 10 a.m. It is now 9:58. It is still 9:58, and we're still giving people time to join. We will start promptly at 10 a.m. Thank you very much. It is now 9:59, so we have one more minute before we start. Thank you very much for your patience. Good morning. Good morning. It is now 10 a.m., so we are going to start our live. Welcome. My name is Coach Mika, Destination Life Coaching. I am a life and relationship coach with over 20 years of ministry experience teaching and supporting God's people through various seasons of their lives. I also don't just teach this, but I have lived it. I have done my own healing work. So I understand where most people are in their walk. And today, our topic is how movement helps you prepare for and create healthier relationships. So, again, welcome, and happy Saturday to everyone who's joined. I'm so glad that you're here this morning. And if you're just joining, please drop in the comments where you're watching from. And please tell me who you are. It's nice to know who is joining the lives. And as part of our conversation today, we are going to talk about the 30-day movement challenge. And if you have been part of the 30-day movement challenge, I would like for you to drop a heart in the comments so that I can celebrate you right now. We are on day 4 together, and I'm so proud of everyone who has been showing up and the people who've chosen to participate in the 30-day movement challenge. So let's go ahead and share this live right now. So if you've already joined the live, please like and share so that other people are aware and can jump on the live. Someone in your circle or in your network needs this live today. So I appreciate you very much for sharing it. So let's get into our topic. So again, I just want to say that for those who've just joined the live, my name is Coach Mika, Destination Life. I have over 20 years of experience as a Bible teacher, and I'm now a life and relationship coach and founder of Destination Life. I have been teaching God's Word and helping support God's people in various seasons of their lives for over 20 years. So I don't just teach it, I've lived it. I've been through my own healing process. So I know what it feels like to feel stuck. And I know what it feels like to finally begin to change and start feeling unstuck. I now specialize in helping Christian women who keep repeating the same painful relationship patterns heal at the root and start creating healthier relationships so they can thrive in life, love, and leadership. So that's why I'm now here today, and I'm so happy to be here with you, and I'm so glad that you showed up. So thank you very much for joining the live one today. So this is something I wish someone had told me when I was going through my own healing process. Most people think that creating healthier relationships starts with finding the right person, starts with finding the right workplace, starts with finding the right friendships, starts with finding the right church, and the list goes on and on and on. But if I can share something with you today, really the root of creating healthier relationships begins the day that you start to show up for yourself. And so the answer to creating healthier relationships is much simpler than finding the right whatever we're looking for, person, workplace, church, and so on. And it's something that we can do right now from our living room, from our neighborhood, or if you're able to go to your local gym, that's something that you can do, and you can do it at your own pace as your body allows. And of course, as you talk to your healthcare professionals to ensure that you are creating a regimen for yourself that is healthy for you, because everybody is different. Everybody needs uh, everybody needs something different. So your routine may not be like someone else's routine, and that's okay. Just build what works for you. And what are we talking about? IUD may not be like someone else's routine, and that's okay. Just build what works for you. And what are we talking about? You guessed it. We're talking about how physical movement actually helps you prepare for and create healthier relationships. So if this is resonating with you, then I would like for you to drop a heart in the comments, because it shows me that you're ready to hear this. So let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that when you're completely worn out, when you don't sleep well, when you haven't eaten right, when you haven't moved your body in many days, everything feels harder? Is that true for you? I know it's been true for me in the past. So you're quicker to snap at people. You're quicker to shut down when things don't go well. You're quicker to take things personally. Even innocent little comments you take personally and overthink and maximize something that was maybe meant totally different than the way you internalized it. And you're quicker to say things that you really don't mean. So for my hot-tempered people who are on the live, sometimes hot-tempered people tend to say things that they don't mean. Well, this falls in that category. And then sometimes we find it harder to give patience and grace to the people around us who really need it. It's not a clear character flaw. And so this is not about judgment. This is not about condemnation. This is about self-awareness. And so this is just what our body does when we're running on empty. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about. When our bodies are depleted, our relationships start to feel depleted too. Hello, George R6. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Lottie. Thank you very much for joining. Please drop in the comments where you are joining from. I really appreciate that. And please like and share the live so that someone in your circle can be aware that we're live and jump on. Thank you very much for your support. And so we cannot be really present for the people in our lives when we're completely empty ourselves. And so it is really, really important that we understand that taking care of our body is not separate from building healthy relationships. It's part of it. And I know that that's shocking for some people because we pour and pour and pour and pour and pour and pour from an empty cup. But the reality of it is that it's part of the equation. It's part of the equation. Can you drop in the comments with me? It's part of the equation. Physical movement helps us build healthier relationships because it helps us be our best selves. Now, if that makes sense to you, then I would like for you to drop a heart in the comments. Hello, Rosalie Gilmore. Thank you very much for joining. Please like and share the live so that people in your circle know that we are live. Hello, Queen Niasia. Thank you very much for joining. And so if you've ever tried to show up for your relationships, hello, Roro Love 96. Thank you very much for joining. So again, if you've ever tried to show up for your relationships while running on empty, I want you to know that here today, I want to teach you about that, if that's okay. And so moving our bodies, even in small ways, changes how we feel. And how we feel is how we show up in our relationships. So when we begin to change how we feel internally, it begins to show up externally. And so we can then start building or repairing healthier relationships. So let me break that down into 3 parts. Number 1, movement helps you manage stress. So when life is stressful, let's be transparent, okay? When life is lifing, that stress has to go somewhere. And if we are not releasing it by physically moving, then guess what? It builds up on the inside and it comes out in our relationships. It spills out into our conversations. It spills out into our tones. Have you ever caught yourself talking to someone in a stressful situation and somewhere in that conversation you can hear yourself talking and you can hear the tone that you're using is not a very nice tone? That's your stress spilling out. Okay, and so when we don't take care of ourselves physically, and when we don't invest in physical movement, it shows up in our conversations and how we respond. And when someone says the wrong thing at the wrong time and things start popping off, y'all know what I'm saying. Movement will help you prepare for those situations so that you can be capable of handling them from a place of grace and authority and strength and not reacting from the hip. Okay? All right. So even a 10-minute walk can shift how you feel. And so a woman who has had a stressful day is not going to be as capable of listening as a woman who has found some way to release that stress, right? So we'll be able to listen better. We'll be able to respond with more patience. We'll be able to love with more grace. And in relationships, grace, patience, active listening, all of that matters. And it matters a lot, especially to the people that we've invested time. We've invested in these relationships with these people. It matters to them how we show up, whether we believe it or not. Number two, movement builds your confidence. And confidence matters in relationships. Are you certain when you talk to people? Or are you being bashful and not really sure when you talk to people? That affects your relationships. When you feel good about how you're taking care of yourself, when you are making daily commitments to show up for yourself and you're keeping them, right? You're being consistent. Something on the inside changes and it helps you to be better. You start to believe that you can do hard things. You start to believe that you're worth it. You start to believe that effort matters and you first are worth every effort that someone would put into a relationship with you. And then you're able to reciprocate that same effort. It matters how you show up for yourself. Can you say it with me? It matters that same effort. It matters how you show up for yourself. Can you say it with me? It matters how I show up for myself in a relationship. And it starts with taking care of myself. So movement matters. If you can drop in the comments right now, movement matters. Thank you very much, Virginia. Thank you very much for joining. Sonny, thank you very much for joining. Darivel, thank you very much for joining. Please like and share the live so that others can join us. And so, a woman who believes that she is worth it will make different choices in their relationships. And she won't settle as easy for the relationships that don't fit her life. And that goes for romantic relationships, that goes for workplace relationships, that goes for church relationships, and so on and so forth. She will hold her limits with more confidence, and she will walk away from things that don't fit. Have you ever been in a workplace or a church or a friendship or a romantic relationship? I'm not talking about marriage, but in other romantic relationships where you've been dating and it just didn't fit. It did not matter how much you cared, it just didn't fit. Something just wasn't right, right? And so when we find ourselves in that situation where the relationship becomes hard and egregious because something just isn't fitting, then we will find the confidence to make adjustments, right? And we will operate in a place where we have less guilt and more clarity when we're taking care of ourselves. And so confidence changes everything. So I want to convey that movement matters. Thank you very much, Janae 117. Thank you very much for joining. Hello, Martine Reset. Thank you very much for joining. Please like and share the live so that others are aware that we're live and will join us. So, point number 3. Movement is a daily act of believing that you're worth caring for. And that belief that you are worth it is the foundation of every healthy relationship that you will ever build in your life. Because you cannot fully receive what you do not believe that you deserve. I'm going to say that again. You cannot fully receive what you do not fully believe that you deserve. So why do we keep showing up for places, people, places, and things that don't fit our lives? It's because we don't believe that we deserve better. That is, it's because we don't believe that we deserve better. That although we've never articulated it, our behavior shows just that thing. And so movement will help you start internalizing self-worth. So when you begin to show up in situations with people, places, and things that don't fit your life, you will be able to honor your own self-worth and adjust without guilt and with confidence. So when you show up daily for yourself in movement, even on the hard days, on the days when you feel like you're dragging yourself out of bed, on the days when it's raining outside and you just want to hold on to the covers just a little while longer because it just feels so good. Even on those days, you will be able to tell yourself that I am important, I matter, my health in my relationships matters. My well being matters. And a woman who believes that about herself will show up for herself. And she will show up differently, not only for herself, but for the people that she loves. And it will travel with her everywhere else, in the workplace, in the church place, in life, in love, and leadership. Drop a heart in the comments if this is resonating with you. Now, let me be real with you for a moment. When I started taking my own relational health seriously, and when I was troubled by things that continued to happen in my life because I was repeating the same painful patterns, and when I first started moving my body consistently, it did not just change how I felt physically, it changed how I started showing up in my relationships, how I showed up in conversations, how I was responding. When things got hard on stressful days, I had more patience, I had more clarity, and I had the capacity to give what I was not receiving. So, in situations where I was not receiving grace, I was able to give grace. In situations where I was not receiving patience, I was able to give patience. And in situations where I was not receiving understanding, I was able to give understanding, right? Because I was taking the time to invest in myself. And at first, I didn't know what it was. But when I started thinking about it and pondering on it and putting two and two together, the light bulb went off. It was because I was investing in daily movement. Daily movement matters, and it matters in our relational health because it helps us show up correctly. And because I was no longer running on empty anymore, I was able to be better in my relationships, and I was able to start making and learning how to make better decisions regarding the people, places, and things that I allowed into my life. And that's why I created the 30-day movement challenge inside of our Rooted in Love Facebook community. Not because I want you to keep up with everybody else's fitness journey. This is not about focusing on a fitness journey, but it's because I know that when you learn how to consistently show up for yourself, you start to show up differently for everything and everyone else. That's the reason why I created the 30-day movement challenge. And when we can show up consistently for ourselves and we begin to change and transform internally, we can show up better for the people that we love and for the people, places, and things that we're committed to supporting. Hello, C. Hello, Eleanor. Thank you very much for joining. Please like and share the live so that others can join us. And so God's word tells us about this in 3 John 1 and 2 in the New King James Version. It states, "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers." So let's read that again. "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper and be in health, just as your soul prosper." Your soul is your mind, will, and emotions. That's where our relationships are handled, out of our mind, will, and emotions, right? So God wants you to be well, not just spiritually, but emotionally and physically too. And all of that matters to Him. And so because that matters to Him, prayerfully, beloved, it matters to you. And so all of it is connected. Our physical health, our emotional health, our relationships. The health of our relationships is all connected. Your purpose, dear one, is connected as well. It all flows together. Because when we're better internally, we're better and we can thrive in life, love, and leadership. And it all starts with you. It starts with you choosing to take care of one thing, and that's you. And the wonderful thing about that is that it will begin to show up on the outside. What's on the inside will begin to show up on the outside. And the people that you love and the people, places, and things that you're committed to supporting will also benefit from you being a better version of yourself. Now, I want to take a moment right here to celebrate something. Today is day 4 of our 30-day movement challenge, and I want to honor every single woman who's been showing up for the challenge. Whether you've walked around your neighborhood, whether you've stretched in your living room, whether you've danced in your kitchen, whether you've been marching in place during the checkout line when you're buying groceries, or whether you're going to the gym, or whether you're doing a workout video at home. However you're choosing to show up for yourself, I want to applaud you, and I give you a thumbs up now. If you have not joined our 30-day movement challenge, then I challenge you now to go out to my website, destinationlife.org. That's destinationlife.org, and look for the bubble that says register for the 30-day movement challenge. When you click on that, you'll be taken to a form. It's a really short form for you to register. The link to our Rooted in Love community is also in that form. So you will be all set to join us today as we complete day 4 of our movement challenge and finish the rest of the 30 days with us. So drop a heart in the comment if I can expect you and see you as part of our 30-day movement challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I want you to know that I'm proud of you for being here and for showing up for yourself. I want you to know that every day that you show up for yourself, that you are becoming the woman your future relationships need. The people, the places, and the things that are relying on you to support them from a place of health. That's the goal. To show up for ourselves so that we can be better for them. This is not a small task. It is significant. It is a tremendous investment in yourself. And it is worth every minute, every second. And I want you to drop a heart in the comments before we close, because I want you to make the commitment that taking care of yourself, even in small ways, will change how you show up for you and the people, places, and things around you. I'm letting that resonate, and I'm giving you time to drop your comments. Thank you so much, very much, for joining the live today. As we close the live, please like and share if you have not shared the live yet, so that someone in your circle will see it and receive the encouragement that they need to invest in their physical movement. And I want you to know that if you've been here the entire time, then thank you very much for sticking it out with me. And I want you to keep going. I want you to keep showing up for yourself. And I want you to keep choosing yourself every single day. And as a reminder, if you have not yet joined our 30-day movement challenge, today is a great day to start. It does not matter that we're on day 4. You can start now. Just go to my website, destinationlife.org. Find the bubble that says register for the 30-day movement challenge. Fill out the form, and the link to our Rooted in Love community is in that form. You join our Facebook community, and you'll be all set to go and start today and finish strong with us. You'll finish at your own pace and in your own way. This challenge is for every woman who's ready to start showing up for herself every single day. And of course, you will partner with your healthcare professionals to ensure that how you choose physical movement aligns with where you are in your health. Remember to register at Destination Life, LYFE.org. You can also go to the link in my bio, and you can download the daily digital journal. The journal is a tool that you can use as you continue to show up for yourself in your daily movement. It will help you process your emotions and help you process gratitude, and it will help you start noticing as you complete the challenge how you're feeling and how God is showing you what's going on in your life and how we can move forward as you invest in yourself. Lastly, if you're struggling in your relationships and if you have said within yourself or during your prayers or maybe to a prayer partner or to a friend, why does this keep happening? Then I want you to go to the link in my bio and find the Relationships Pattern Finder. It's a free assessment. It will help you pinpoint which relationship pattern may be keeping you stuck in your relationships, and then it will give you next steps as to how to move forward. It is a free tool, and you can find it again in the link in my bio. So I am bringing our live to a close. Thank you very much again for joining, and I want you to leave you with these words of encouragement. That taking care of yourself is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is not a luxury. It is necessary. And it's something that you get to do after everyone else is taken care of. That is not what we do. It is something that you do now, and so that you're able to take care of everyone else. So do not have that thinking that it is something I get to do after everyone else is taken care of. That's the wrong train of thought. And that's the thought process that we're hoping to change. It is part of who you become, the woman that God has designed you to be. A woman who is relationally healthy, a woman who is whole internally, and a woman who shows up for herself so that she can show up wholly in her relationships from a place of fullness and not from a place of emptiness. And every step you take, every day you show up for yourself, is a step toward that woman. I want you to know to keep going, that you're doing better than you think. So don't give up. Just commit to doing the internal work it takes to get better and start improving your relationships, especially if you're struggling with patterns in your relationships that keep showing up. And they keep showing up not necessarily with the same person, but with different places, different people, and different things. The same, and they keep showing up not necessarily with the same person, but with different places, different people, and different things. The same pattern keeps showing up. Then I'm talking to you. I want you to know that I love you, that God loves you, and taking care of yourself is an act of worship. So, again, with Agape Love, Coach Mika, Destination Life, where we're healing roots and restoring God-rooted relationships. I am a Bible teacher who is now committed to being a life and relationship coach. I am the founder of Destination Life Coaching. I don't just teach this, I have lived it. I have done my own healing work, so I understand what it takes to improve our lives and to improve our relationships and to show up as the best person that we can be in this season of our lives. So I will see you in the comments. If you've just joined, thank you very much for joining. Again, please like and share this live so that others can see it and be encouraged to invest in their physical movement and in their self-care and self-worth as they continue to improve their lives. And until next time, which is next Saturday at 10 a.m., I will see you then. And if you would like to follow me, then please, if you're watching from TikTok or if you're watching from Facebook, then please follow my page and I will see you throughout the week. And then also, if you're interested in joining my email list, where I get to talk about some more things in a more in depth way, then I would like for you to go out to the link in my bio and join my email list. And I will talk to you soon. And I pray that you have a wonderful day. Thank you.